Hello everyone, this is Muhammad Afifi from ConexTech. We are demoing today our technology TCP M-Adaptive Transmission, a cutting-edge congestion control solution. So the setup we have is that we are on a Wi-Fi and we are away from the Wi-Fi, so the signal is bad. So we are demoing a bad connection. That's where the TCP M-Adaptive Transmission solution really shine. We are using a file sharing service called FileBin to observe the upload speed of the files. So let's get started. First, the Linux kernel we are using is 6.14.0, which is one of the latest and has all the upgrades to the TCP Cubic and Google BBR we are going to demo against. Cubic and BBR are well-known congestion control solution. So let's get started. Let's start with Cubic. Now Cubic, let's refresh the page. The speed is decreasing and it's adjusting the speed according to the conditions of the network. Now the connection is stalled, so it's not progressing. About 250 kilobyte per second and 84% has been uploaded. The connection is still again about 155 kilobyte per second and 0.88% has been uploaded. So Cubic is really stable and it has been there for some time. It's very widely used algorithm, but the problem with Cubic is that its round trip time really fluctuates rapidly, so it's not suitable for real-time applications, unlike our technology TCP M-Adaptive Transmission or TCP M-AT, which has a very stable round trip time overall. And you can see the round trip time graph, very stable and flat line. So the speed is about 120 kilobyte per second and 1.33% has been uploaded. Okay, the speed now is increasing. It's gonna go up and down until it stabilizes. We're going to make it short. We're going to give each algorithm about 5 minutes. About 160 kilobyte per second. Increasing a little more again. Actually, Cubic upgrades makes it very comparable to BBR, but even now it's better than BBR in most cases, going little over 200 kilobyte per second. going down again, going over 200 kbyte per second again. About a minute left. Still again, so it's probably gonna go down again. And yes, it's going down. Screensaver. Going down 175 kbyte per second. Okay, so let's recap with Cubic. It's about 170 kbyte per second and 6.5% has been uploaded. Let's move on to Google BBR. BBR is developed and maintained by Google. It used to be good in detecting bad signal versus congestion, but with latest upgrade to Cubic, they are both are very comparable. But Cubic maybe has a slight edge over BBR in recent upgrades. BBR problem is that it doesn't coexist well with other algorithms. So if there is a network and has multiple algorithms, BBR doesn't perform well. And now the speed is about 122.6 kbyte per second and 0.335% has been uploaded. Decreased to 72.2 kbyte per second. Our technology does coexist well with other algorithms. So if there is a network and has multiple algorithms, our technology perform very well, unlike Google BBR. About 80 kbyte per second. Going down 60 kbyte per second, 65, and less than 1% has been uploaded. Started to increase. This Linux kernel has all the upgrades to the TCP Cubic and BBR. It's a very recent version, and by the way, we are using a virtual machine running Linux on a Mac system. About 119 KB per second and 2.55% has been uploaded. Reduced again. About 119 KB per second and 3.07% has been uploaded. Okay, so let's recap. It's 119.3 KB per second and 3.07. Let's move on to our technology TCP M-Adaptive Transmission. Now M-AT, M-Adaptive Transmission. Let's refresh the page. The connection is slow. Okay. So M-Adaptive Transmission adjusts parameter at the beginning of the connection. So the rate wouldn't be the optimum rate, but once the parameter is set, it knows exactly what it's dealing with. Is it congestion or bad links? It adjusts the rate accordingly. So big difference, 700 and some kbyte per second, and already 3% has been uploaded in about 30 seconds. Little over 800 kbyte per second. So TCP M-Adaptive Transmission gives an edge over a state-of-the-art congestion control solution up to 25 times or 2,500% improvement in performance and stable round trip time while working with other algorithms in the same network very much. But we are just checking one scenario with Wi-Fi and bad link. but with mobile networks and satellite networks, it gives even more improvement than what we are seeing right now. About 735 kilobyte per second, and 12.5% has been uploaded. About 750 kilobyte per second. So the what I'm seeing is that Cubic started high and then went down and then went high again, but at the end, eventually at the end of the 5 minutes, it was going towards down. So probably it would stabilize at low rate. Uh, so far, our technology improves with time, so maybe after 5 minutes it would give even higher rate, because our technology is adaptive. It adjusts the rate with time, because it adjusts parameters as the network evolve. So the rate would improve with time. About 800 kilobyte per second, and about 24% has been uploaded. Screensaver again. About 780 kilobyte per second, and about 30% has been uploaded. So let's recap. It's about 785, and about 30% has been uploaded.